Here with head coach Nimz. Lady Demons get ready for, I say deja vu week every week, but it feels like it again with, we played the two teams, or one team, 2 times this week. And we'll talk about the Commerce games in a second. First of those games is on the road, which this year has been sort of an unfortunate fact for the team. What is it about the road? I mean, I know it's difficult to replicate when in practice and things like that, but what is it about playing on the road this year that's been such a challenge?
You know, Brad, if I actually had a solid answer, I would give it to you. We do a really nice job of, protecting the kids from adversity while on the road. We keep their schedules very similar. We study hall and when we eat, and we keep a pretty closed environment to try to replicate as best as possible. I don't think it has anything to do with necessarily environment. We can't really put a finger on it. The girls can't, we can't. We're just not quite showing up, and that's just, it's unfortunate. Coming off 2 wins versus HCU and Lamar to turn around and game plan wasn't overly different. You sit back, you watch film. They didn't do anything different. But the defense is what drives our force, and they did a great job here in Prather. And then we turned around and we didn't have that same fight. Absolutely. Did they mean to not show up? No. But we're still trying to get to the bottom of it. Why are those road games so tough? Because with this almost exact same team a year ago, we were better on the road than we were here in Prather. And so I think that's a question for all of us. I'm sure our fans are wondering. I'm wondering. The girls are wondering. But we just have to stay focused, forward and continue to try to figure it out and, make sure that our effort's number one, and it hasn't been on the road. And understanding that effort isn't just, am I breathing hard? I'm going hard. But effort is definitely all-encompassing. Are we thinking the game? Are we staying locked in? Do we have vision? Am I putting my best foot forward? And so I think the girls absolutely have the capability of being a great road team. I know we haven't shown it thus far, but I believe in them. And so record's not great on the road, doesn't mean it can't start on Thursday. And so that's where we just have to, like I said, focus forward and continue to believe in them and help them believe in themselves.
Yeah, if you pick up a win Thursday, we got 2 more road games in a couple weeks, and you win 2 or 3 of those, and you forget all about the other ones this season.
100%.
One of the other things from this past weekend that probably also contributed to the tough outcomes was the dip in 3-point production. 5 made threes between the 2 games. Obviously that played a big role in those games.
It does, and it's the philosophy of the offense, and not only were they not going in, we weren't shooting them. And so we were able to really sit down yesterday as a team and show a lot of film, both on defense and again on offense, of what was open. We missed some shots, we missed some bunnies that obviously would have helped, change the game or change the tempo of the game. But we were missing the opportunity to take our threes. And even unguarded, we weren't playing with confidence. And so that's something as a staff we always have to think about. Maybe where did they lose it? You come off 2 wins, you think the kids are feeling good, but it's a constant reminder that we've got to continue to build them up, lift them up, and let them know that, we want you to shoot it. And although we say it all the time, I suppose it's maybe figuring out a way to not only just say it to them, but get them to buy into it too. Because we got to have the shots, and we believe that they can knock them down.
Like I said earlier, playing Commerce for the first time, anybody in this staff or roster or department has played Commerce in a long time. Playing them back-to-back games. In your coaching career, have you ever gone through an experience like this where you played the same team 2 times in a row? No,
I've also never been through a conference where we're starting the second portion and we've still not played a team. So we'll play, not to jump forward, but we play UIW twice towards the last 2 weeks of conference. So definitely a weird schedule. I think there's been some positives and negatives to it, but at the end of the day, no matter if we play the same team 5 times in a row, you got to show up 5 times. So yeah, we face Commerce on Thursday to turn around, drive back home, and let them follow us back, I suppose, to play them here on Saturday. But Jason does a great job, and I know they're D2 coming to D1, but what doesn't change is the fact that he's got a tremendous program. There's a reason he was so successful as a D2 program. He has D1 talent, no doubt, And so there's a reason they're sitting in the top. And we've got to go in and really lock in, stay focused, respect your opponent, and, do what we need to do. And I think that's the biggest thing. And we tell the girls all the time, if we'll commit to making our corrections, we could be dangerous. But we've got to continue to correct ourselves.
I'm definitely interested to know what your thoughts are next week, having played the 2 games already, and kind of what that dynamic was like. But looking into Commerce, like I said, a very well coached team. Like I said, they got a lot of talent. Missing a player, I think, with some injury that has really affected them over the past couple of games.
It has, and obviously they've lost a couple here down the stretch. But they really don't get frazzled. I think, like I said, they're making the jump D2 to D1, but they're an established program with established philosophy. So although they're missing a couple kids, you can really see kids step up. You see, even the other night when another player went down with an ankle injury, immediately you had players stepping up. So I think they understand what it means to have each other's back. And so it's going to be it's going to be a very competitive game. When one goes down, he has somebody to step in and take that job. And so, like I said, we just got to focus on us and take care of business.
We've had 20-point score in each of the past 4 games. Candace did it twice here, and then Joelle and then Giselle on road trips. Obviously, you want more. We talked about how getting more people involved, but when you have somebody that, and it seems like I said, 3 different players have done it in the past 4 games. That's encouragement to an offense that can scuffle at times.
100%. But we need to get to your point. We need to get to a point where maybe we have, one with 20, 23 as the girls did, but we need to have about 3 or 4 more in double digits, and then you sprinkle in a high 8, 6. But there's got to be, that ball's got to move side to side. And I think it also, the more we can share it, the less pressure it puts on those individual girls that maybe are coming off a big game to feel the need that they have to do that. That should happen naturally because the ball's moving and because it's getting created, not because they put an unwarranted pressure. It's not coming from us, but it's natural to feel that kind of pressure, and I think that it won't help us moving forward. So we just got to have that contribution from everybody. You get a minute, get a rebound. You get 2 minutes, get a rebound and a bucket. You got to do something in the time that you're earning. Be it points, rebounds, or assists, whatnot, whatever it may be. So yeah, super great that we've had a couple kids be able to, and different kids, but we've got to be able to get more than one kid. We need a 23, a 16, an 8, 10, 12, whatever it is. But in our offense, we have to get up a certain amount of shots, and we haven't done that in the last couple games. So excited to get another game. It's the best thing about basketball season. You have to be able to move forward. The past is the past, the future is the future, and we've got to focus on Thursday.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you. Forkham Demons.